Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Engineer Phil. I know why they are not clapping. They are caught in the heart. All of them, except for zone 6. The rest zones are caught in the heart. You know, if we were not sitting by zone, we will not know what is going on. Now we know what is going on. Where you have a whole zone, the ND, the field reps, the chapter presidents are not here. And then you have another zone, only one field rep is here. Every other person is not here. You have that zone, zone 2, only the chapter president is here. The field reps are not there, national directors are not there. What do we say about that? We have our MC, Udeme Etuk, who is supposed to have come here to organize this place. At least you should have been here by 10 o'clock. That's the job of the MC. That's what the book says. The MC is in charge of the meeting. In this meeting today, we are going to tell ourselves the home truth. If we want to move forward, then we move forward. What this means, first and foremost, is that the NDs themselves did not call their officers to request them to come to this meeting. As simple as that. Because you knew there's going to be meeting, you are supposed to be calling up your field rep and tell your field rep to call up his chapter presidents. As simple as that. And tell them, because you are the officers of the fellowship of this district, you know the rule. The rule says every officer must be at a meeting 30 minutes before time to pray and prepare. So why will an officer be coming after the meeting has started? But that's okay for those who came after the meeting has started. But there are those who are not here. Eh? So I'm talking to those who came late. How about those who are not here? Eh? What are we going to do? What are we going to do to those who are not here? This is God's work. This is God's work. It's not, we are doing our Father's work. So we have to do it with fire, with passion, with commitment. This morning, my wife and Eleni Logu, they were in national prayer. They prayed until, I think, close to 10 or after 10. But Ilogu rushed down here to come and take the opening prayer. And then some people are sitting in their house. Let me explain one more time. Full gospel spirit is not Nigerian spirit. Say to somebody beside you, full gospel spirit is not Nigerian spirit. In Nigeria, they give you an appointment. They say it's 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock is when some people will enter their bathroom to go and have their bath. That is not full gospel spirit. And we want to try and change this nation. The full gospel wants to change the nation, want to give example. So this is very, very important. I want to appreciate Otumba's wife. I think she's just coming, even though she's late. She did very well at the prayer summit. Now, all those who took prayer points at the prayer summit, please be upstanding. All of you who took prayer points at the prayer summit, be upstanding. Stand up. Look at that man. He's not hearing me. Where are you? Stand up. You see? I said all those who took prayer points at the prayer summit, you didn't take prayer. What did you take? Vision. Okay, stand up along. Who again? Okay, I want us to appreciate these ones. They did a great work. They did a great work. How many of us were at the prayer summit? Please indicate by showing your hand. Okay. Did you enjoy the prayer summit? In fact, the national president has called me. The NEC members, they have called me. Because I put the video, I put the pictures on the NEC platform. Did you see the pictures? Please sit down. Did you see the pictures? They were wonderful. They were fantastic. If you saw the pictures, they were wonderful. They were fantastic. I want to appreciate one person. Arinze and his team. Some of you don't know Arinze. Arinze, please come. Come, let them know you. This is one man who is so committed, who is so dedicated, who is so passionate. He's a high chief. Oh. High chief. Okay, your cap is there. Your red cap is there. He's very, very committed. Let's appreciate him again. Thank you very much, you and your team. You are doing a great work. Okay, yes. Why not? He goes everywhere with his wife. He's a typical example of a full gospel officer. When we have program, you will see him and his wife there. And the wife will be moving around trying to make things happen. I notice it. Let us appreciate Mrs. Arinze. Thank you very much. Another group that I would have liked to appreciate is what we call them, the mobilization group. Is there anybody here who is part of mobilization? Anybody? Stand up if you are part of mobilization. Let us appreciate the mobilization group. This is the mobilization group. We want to thank you very much for the great work you are doing. You are doing a fantastic job. Please be seated. Please be seated. So, the mobilization, the prayer committee, even the ladies, they have their own mobilization group too. So, I want to appreciate all the committees. I'm going to speak for a few minutes. My wife told me that she knows, even though they gave me 5 minutes, I will speak for like 20 minutes. I said, I'll try. I'll try to speak for like 20 minutes. I try to write down what I'm going to say so that by the way, this district is a very wonderful district. It's not only Ogboi that has got PhD. We have another, the man who took the vision. His wife also just got PhD. Where is she? Okay, she's not around. You know, Victoria Island Executive Chapter President. The wife too got PhD. I'm talking of academic PhD. They went and studied 4 years, 5 years, 6 years to get the PhD. I'm hoping that all the women here will get academic PhD. So when you are following your husband, when they introduce, they say the husband of Dr. Mrs. Then the man's head will swell up. I want to appreciate Mr. Charles Musa, SAN. He's here with his wife, Dr. Ngozi Musa. Why am I appreciating him? Because he has lifted up the profile of our district by getting SAN. It's not easy to get SAN now. Please, let's appreciate Charles Musa and his wife who supported him. Stand up, Musa. Who supported him all through the time he was struggling. It's not easy. I know you were struggling. How many years? So we now have 2 SANs in our district. God will continue to help you in your career. We have Mr. Chidi Logu, Luke Chidi Logu, SAN. He's the first one to have SAN in our district. His wife is here, Mr. Chidi Logu is out of the country. He's pursuing what made him SAN. So let's appreciate Amaka again, Helen Logu. Okay. If there's anything I've forgotten, God will help me. Dear officers and wives, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of us to the 2024 Officers Luncheon, which marks the end of 2024 calendar for our district. I wish to appreciate all of you for your commitment, sacrifice, and passion to the work of the kingdom. Before I continue, I would like to know how many officers and wives attending this luncheon for the very first time. Any officer and his wife attending our luncheon for the very first time. Our officers' luncheon. Our officers' luncheon. We have one officer, two officers attending for the very first time. So let us appreciate them and let us make them welcome. Those who are close by to them, welcome them officially. Welcome them. Eh? The men hug the men, the women hug the women. Welcome them officially. Yeah. The people who are attending for the very first time are those who have just, as part of the election, they now have a new role. They now have a new role to perform. You are welcome. God will help you in your new role in the name of Jesus. Now, is Mr. Oliti here? Come and sit in your zone. I can see your national director is already even coming to you. Go ahead, follow him. Mr. Oliti, please sit with your national director. I'll be talking about you later. I've already said how many of us attended the prayer summit on Wednesday. Let us appreciate all those who put that prayer summit together. Let's appreciate them. Some of them may not be here, but let's appreciate them. The prayer summit was wonderful. And if you missed it, Mr. Okearinze has put it on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. You can see everything. He has even broken it down, section by section. So if you want to listen to only Wole Olufon, you can listen to only Wole Olufon if you like. You know, I have listened to that Wole Olufon a couple of times since he put it up. However, just like what we are saying here now, I observed that out of 84 active chapters, only 22 chapter presidents were at the prayer summit. We have 84 active chapters. We have, one chapter president cannot be here because he's not allowed to come out and join us. But it's one of our strongest chapters, the Set Free Ikoyi Prison chapter. They are very strong, extremely strong. And I want to appreciate J.C. Obasi. Is J.C. Obasi here? Where is he? Okay. I want to appreciate you for the great work you are doing. He has already advertised the Christmas party of Set Free. And he has said that all of us who have things to give, we should drop them at the district office. So if we take out Set Free, then we have 84 active chapters. Out of 84 active chapters, only 22 chapter presidents were at the prayer summit. What do we say about that? So out of that means 61 chapter presidents did not come for the prayer summit. Is that something to be proud about? Is that something that we should be happy about? We are looking at our performance in 2024. Today, I'd like to see the hands of chapter presidents that are here. Please raise your hand, chapter president. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. out of, 10. Out of 83 chapter presidents, only 10 are here. We have 27 active field reps. Let me see the hands of field reps that are here. Just raise your hand. You are a field rep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 field reps. 8 out of 27 active field reps. 7 field reps. No, 8 field reps out of 27 active field reps. Okay. The national directors, who are the leaders? Let me see how many national directors are here. Please raise your hand. National director. You are here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is not national director. I'm talking about supervising national directors. So I know that Ogboi asked for permission. So we can count him as 5. So out of 10 supervising national directors, 5 are not here. So that's it. National directors, they are the leaders. They are the ones to guide their zone. They are in charge of their zone. They are in charge of their zone. And they are not here. You know? So, that is that about that. What is something we'll be talking about? Okay. It appears, this is my statement, it appears that some chapter presidents are not aware that they are the most important officers of the fellowship. The chapter presidents are the most important officers of this fellowship. So if you are a chapter president, when you finish this meeting, please post on the chapter president platform that the DC said the chapter presidents are the most important officers of the fellowship. I will stop because my grandfather is here. I don't need him to come here. Please, let us appreciate Dr. Olubanjo and Dr. Kenny Olubanjo. This is what we talk about, commitment and passion for the work. They are not supposed to be here, but they are here. He's my grandfather. For those of you who don't know, he's the father of Chibuzo Eze. Then Chibuzo Eze is the past district coordinator before they even created us and split us. So, he was the father of Chibuzo Eze. And then Chibuzo Eze is my own father. He gave birth to myself and one man called Ogboi. You know, he gave birth to us. So, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming, sir. So, as I said, the chapter presidents are not aware that they are the most important officers of the fellowship. I want you to tell yourself, if you're a chapter president and you are here, say, I am the most important officer of this fellowship. Put your hand on your chest and say it to yourself. I am the most important officer of the fellowship. Why? The work is at the chapter level. All the work we do is at the chapter level. If the chapters are weak or disappear, the fellowship will be gone. God forbid. So chapter presidents must recognize the very important role and function they hold. You are the head of operations. The rest of us are supervisory and administrative. That's all we do. Your field rep is supervisory. Your national director is supervisory. Even myself and the district secretary, we are supervisory and administrative. Yes, we show leadership, but the work is done by the chapter president. At the onset of this year, we agreed that each member must introduce one member into the life of his chapter. We said, in 12 months, you should be able to bring one person, talk to at least one person about the full gospel, so that that person will come and be a member. And if you are doing it every week, definitely you'll get more than one person. Am I right? Am I right? So ask yourself, how many people have you talked to about the full gospel this year? I want you to ask yourself, say it to me, say, Eunice, how many persons have I talked to about full gospel this year? Me, Kainde, Engineer Femi, Kainde, how many persons have I talked to about the full gospel this year? How many persons? That is what it is. It is the responsibility of the chapter president and his membership chairman to see that this is effected in their chapters by promoting activities in the chapter and reminding members at every meeting about this target. Chapter presidents must remind their members at every meeting of the chapter. Whether it is hybrid, whether it's virtual, whether it's physical, you must announce it. Every member, you must talk to somebody and bring somebody to the full gospel. We agreed that we shall hit the 100 chapter mark at the end of this year. That was our agreement. Some of you may not be aware of it, but when we were doing our strategic plan, we said we will get 100 chapters this year. We are now at 98. 98. We have 2 more chapters to get to 100, right? I want to appreciate Zone 7. They were able to bet a chapter. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? Obi, last week. Yeah. They betted a new chapter. United Estate Executive Chapter. I want us to appreciate Zone 7. Please clap with fire. If you cannot bet a chapter and somebody is betting a chapter and you are clapping small. By next year when you come here, we will clap for you too. That is what it is. We'll clap for you. If you bet a chapter next year. In fact, Onwakpa JP said to me that first quarter next year, they will bet 2 chapters. That the work is already going on. That is what I want to hear. That souls are being touched. Men, our mission says we should reach men back. We should reach men for Jesus Christ. And then we should do what? We should call them back to God. That is what our mission says. And then get them baptized in the Holy Spirit. So that the spirit of courage and power and boldness will be upon them. That is what our mission statement is. Every other thing is not really critical. Every other thing is not really critical. Our mission statement is that. Hey, let us welcome our national director and his wife. You see, they are coming to the meeting 5 minutes after 12. Clap for them. Look at the man is clapping for himself. At least you have now... Dr. Olubanjo was occupying your space. Because we are sitting by zones so that we can see what is happening in each zone. It is my hope that all zones will bet at least 2 chapters or more next year. Is it possible? Is it possible? Our book says that you can only be maximum of 25 people in 1 chapter. That's what the book says. But I see that some chapters, they are up to 100. They are trying to start a church. They should break it up. They should break it up. You know? They should break it up. And the book actually says, if you have 10 consistent, active men, there's a chapter already. Because those 10 men will go and invite one person too. So that is the issue. So we are looking forward to every zone betting at least 2 chapters each next year. It is possible. By today, we should have been at 99 chapters. Because there's a Adeniji Adele Police Barracks chapter, which is already live, but we have not gone to bet them. We have not gone to inaugurate them. And I told Mr. Ikako that I want that done this year. So that we'll get to 99. But zone 10, where are zone 10 people? Where are zone 10 people? When you get back, tell Mr. Ikako that I reported him to the district. That I reported him to the district. By now, Adeniji Adele Police Barracks will have been inaugurated. They are alive. They are running. And he promised me that last week we will inaugurate it. Come fire or anything, it will be done last week. So tell him that I reported him to the district. So we want to get to 99. I know he has been working in Alagbo. We have about two chapters in Alagbo that actually should have been bettered, but something happened. I think they said they sold the barracks. They said they are renovating and redoing the barracks, and they gave 2 million to the policemen to leave that area. You know, that place is choice land. Anybody who knows Alagbo knows it's a choice land. So the policemen are looking for where to stay. So the issue of, what's it called? Fellowship is not number one now. Number one is to find accommodation for themselves and their family. So actually, Ikako is supposed to have delivered 3 police chapters. So we will have been over 100. But we'll see how it goes. God will help us. So you need to pray for those policemen, that God will help them to get accommodation so that they can be settled with their family. Very, very important. I say here, a situation where the number of chapters remain the same is not acceptable. It negates our core mandate to engage men and call men back to God and be empowered by the operation of the Holy Spirit. So next year, let's see more. I want to appreciate all our committees for great work done during the year, which manifested in a superlative national convention. Let's clap for ourselves now. Our national convention was the best in Nigeria. Let's clap for ourselves. Our national convention was the best in Nigeria. We have set a performance record as the number 1 district in Nigeria. Let's clap for ourselves. We need to keep it up. Right? Let us keep it up and improve on it. Our vision statement says we are the flagship district. We want to remain the flagship district. It is not easy to remain at the top, as others are also working hard to get to the top. We must continue to work harder. No district should catch up with us. I want you to tell somebody by your side, no district in Nigeria will catch up with us. Tell the person on the other side, no district in Nigeria will catch up with us. We are not abusing them. We are telling ourselves that we will move. As they are trying to get to where we are, we have gone. We have gone. I want to appreciate Zone 7. I've already appreciated them, but this is what I wrote down. For betting a new chapter. They have also promised 2 new chapters in the first quarter next year. I expect to see same from all other zones. I also wish to appreciate the LOF for creating a great spiritual environment for the women and the district. The number of women attending LOF monthly prayer meetings on the second Saturday at 8 a.m. has increased tremendously. We in the district leadership also feel the impact of their prayers in the district operations. This year, we are ending with a membership strength of 2,561. That is our membership strength. Men, 1,604. Women, 689. Life members, 122. Men, 86. Men 122. Women, 86. I would like all of us to note that our zonal membership and work to double in 2025. Now, I want to read out the membership. Ambassador, you are Zone 7. You are going to sit with Mrs. Onwakpa, you and your wife. We are sitting by zones. Let me recognize him even as he's coming in. Ambassador Usanga and his wife. He's a lawyer. He's a real ambassador, not that other type of ambassador. Eh? He is a real ambassador. Let us appreciate him. Appreciate him. Now clap for him. He's in VGC. Okay, as I was saying, please, I want us to note this number. Note for your own zone what your membership is. This record says that Zone 1 has 189 members. Do we have Zone 1 here? Write down that you are 189. Do we have Zone 2? You are 339. Do we have Zone 2? Please write down that in Zone 2 you are 339 members. Zone 3, multiple grandfather. Please note that you are 152 members. 152 members. Zone 4, Dr. Jackson, the man who puts people to sleep and God wakes them. You are 109. Please write it down. Zone 5, Engineer Femi Kehinde, you are 357. 357. I want you to note it. Zone 6, you are despite the fact you are many here, you are 247. Dr. Fagade, all of you, write it down that your zone, you are only 247 members. Zone 7, the zone that has the ambassador, you are only 136. Your ND's wife has a PhD now, academic PhD. You have only 136 members. Zone 8, Augustine Edet's zone, you are 304. Please note it down. You are 304. Now, I didn't say you should clap and telling him to note him and his wife. Zone 9, Ogboi Zeru. You are 178 members in your zone. Then Zone 10. Zone 10, Mati Lukuro. You are 218 real members. I don't know how to say this. But I think when Dele is writing his report, sometimes he doesn't. We have, in addition to that, we have 332 persons in Ikoyi prisons who are our registered members. So you see, in Ikoyi prisons, we have more members registered, more than the Zone 10 that is supervising them. We have more members in Zone 10. So, Mati Lukuro. Oh, okay, Jesse. Where is Jesse? Aha. You are doing a good job, oh. You now have more members in the prison than members who are outside. Okay. Why have I asked all of us to note the numbers in our zone? The reason is very clear. I would like you to go back. If you are a chapter president, go back and see what is your membership. If you are a field rep, go back. What are the membership in your area? National director, you now know the membership. What I'd like to see is that by next year, when we come for this meeting, I will refer to this my note. I would like to see that the membership has doubled, except for the prisons. In fact, I would like to see the prison figure come down. Let men be released. Let them go and do a better life. This year, we are ending with 14 dead chapters. 14 dead chapters. Of these 14 dead chapters, 4 are already running, but we have not relaunched them, so we cannot put our records. So, now, what is this about? When we started this district, we started with 43 dead chapters. 43 dead chapters. Today, there are 14 dead chapters. So at least we can clap for ourselves. Clap for yourselves now. Clap that you have reduced the team from 43 to 14. And out of that 14, 4 are already live, running. Take, for instance, we have Hopewell, right? They are running. Hopewell is running. Apapa Executive. You know? So we have 4 that could be relaunched anytime. So we will likely say 10. It is my hope that in 2025, we will not have any dead chapter in our district in Jesus' name. Is it doable? The answer is yes. During the year, we have appointed officers to carry out roles. E.g., every time I'm traveling, I appoint somebody to be acting DC. Why do I appoint somebody to be acting DC? So I can learn the work of DC. Somebody like Ogboi Zeru was acting DC. Was it a convention or something like that? 2022, and the thing was like fire on your head, I think. Or which year was that when the convention was part of your work? And then Jackson has been acting DC. Doctor has been acting DC. Femi Kennedy has been acting DC. They have all acted as DCs. Right now, Innocent Eziamuze is acting as DC. Immediately I came back, he ran to me and said, Oga DC, please carry your load. I said, no, I'm not carrying any load. You continue to be acting DC. He's attending a program over the past 3 days, so he may not be here. So, and then you will have noticed at the district programs, we try to get younger officers to be responsible. If you notice the last prayer summit, most of the resource persons they are not in my age group. They were younger people, right? So we are preparing them for tomorrow. Just like I'm preparing the national directors, one of them will become DC any moment from now. If God lays in my heart that, okay, step down, I will nominate 3 of them to whoever becomes national president. I'll say these are the 3. You can look at them. Especially those ones who have done the job of acting DC. It is from them that I will nominate 3. I want to appreciate all resource persons during the year, most especially the resource persons at the last prayer summit. In fact, I put in bracket, that woman, that is Otumba's wife. She did very well. Why I noticed that she was the only woman, not because the men didn't do well, but because she was the only woman. You know, in this year, we have had an addition of 2 field reps. Mr. Peter Oliti, field rep, where is he? Please stand up. Let them recognize you. Mr. Peter Oliti is a field rep from Asaba. Was supervising some chapters in Asaba, moved down to Lagos, and Okeomagu said, he must be in your district. I said, fine. So I want you to know that Mr. Peter Oliti has been handed over to Dr. Obasoa, Martins Obasoa. He will now work with Dr. Martins Obasoa, and then the fire will go there. Please, thank you very much. And then Ambassador Barrister John Usanga. Where is he? You came with your wife. Let your wife stand up. Please appreciate them. Ambassador Usanga was our ambassador. Is it Equatorial Guinea? Yeah. Guinea-Bissau. Aha. He was Nigeria's ambassador to the country known as Guinea-Bissau. He did a great work for the full gospel there. Jude Meme is not around. I will have given him mic to say 1 or 2 things about what this great man of God did in Guinea-Bissau. Please let us appreciate him again and appreciate his wife. Immediately he came back. I was told he's in VGC. I said, very good. God has given us a replacement. As you know, engineer Chris Ishiguzo has gone abroad. He's going to be away for 1 year. He says he's going to study, get further degree. So it was very easy to allocate Ambassador Songa and his wife to Southwest 7. So they will just sit into the office of where engineer Ishiguzo left, and then they will do greater work than what than what engineer Ishiguzo did. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Now, please clap. Now, I don't know if all of you have seen some pictures that came from Canada. Anybody saw those pictures from Canada? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 people. 2 of our chapter presidents from this same Zone 7, where we now have an ambassador as a field rep. Mind you, he was field rep, so I'm not the one that appointed him field rep. He was field rep. 2 of them. One of them was elected national president, Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International, Canada. His name is Epele. Then the other one was elected regional director, Winnipeg region, Canada. That fair, the one that did, who wrote us a template for the vision. He wrote a template for the vision, which I said every chapter should copy. He has carried that fire to Canada. He's now regional director. So like national director. That's what he is there now. Then we still have one. We are waiting to hear from him. Your man of a millennium. We have not had his own exploits yet. But we are hoping that it will be great exploits. That is what we want to hear about our district. That we are doing exploits all over. Exploits. And that is why I challenged Dr. Fagade. I don't know if he's still, where is he? I challenged him. I said, Dr. Fagade, last year, thank God the wife is there. I challenged him. I said, you must start a chapter in Manchester. He said, okay, they will try. So, they will. So, I want to welcome Mr. Peter Oliti and Ambassador John Usanga and their family into the great work of Southwest 7. They have been allocated areas to supervise. I pray they will do outstandingly in the kingdom work in Jesus' name. This year has been a great year. All officers have done very well. I cannot wish for a better team, especially at the district level, including the district office staff. God bless you all. I look forward to a greater year of exploits in 2025 for all of us by God's grace. Thank you very much. 2025 will be a better year for us. For in Jesus' mighty name, I have prayed.